لقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Tajweed Made Easy. This is your brother Abu Muhammad. In today's lesson we're going to look at the Ahkamul Laam Saakinah, the rules of Laam Saakinah. Laam has a sukoon. Just like the Nun Saakinah, Mim Saakinah, when they have a sukoon, depending which letters come after it, they will affect the pronunciation. Likewise Laam Saakinah as well. So after Laam Saakinah, depending which word, which type of word, and which letters come after, they will affect its pronunciation. Now a word in the Arabic language can be of three categories: a noun, names of places, things and people and so on; a verb, actions with time; or a participle. Participle just means a word that points out meaning of another word. Now Laam Saakinah can come into all these categories. When it comes into noun, it's written in the beginning of the noun. Normally, it's in the beginning of the noun to make that noun specific. So here we have Laam Saakinah, obviously preceded by an alif, plus that noun. When we have a Laam Saakinah plus a noun, we're going to make this noun specific noun. So this is called Laam al-Ta'rif, Laam that makes the noun specific. For example, if I said Kitabun, a book, if I want to talk about a specific book, I will add the Laam Saakinah, al-Kitabu, the book. Sayyaratun, a car, as-Sayyara, the car, and so on. So Laam Saakinah comes in the beginning of the noun to make that noun specific. Now when we have a Laam Saakinah with the noun, its pronunciation will be of two types depending which letters. 14 of the letters, they will have an idhar effect with the noun. The other 14 will have an idgham effect. What does this mean? Idhar effect just means to make this lam clear. We're going to write this lam and also pronounce this lam clearly. So 14 of the letters will pronounce it clearly. The other 14 letters, the lam is going to be written on the word, but it's not going to be pronounced. This Laam Saakinah is going to join the beginning of that noun. So depending on which letters, these 14 letters, the lam would have merged onto the 14 letters. So two categories, al-idhar and al-idgham. Likewise, in the fi'l, in verbs, if Laam Saakinah, imagine I have a verb here. If the end of the verb, and Laam al-fi'l, it comes at the end of the verb. So imagine, I have a verb here, end of the verb ends with the Laam Saakinah. Second word here, the beginning of the second one, depends on which letter, they'll have an effect on how we pronounce this lam in the verbs. This effect will be of two categories, just like the effect in the Laam Ta'rif, two categories, al-idhar and idgham. Al-idhar just means we're going to pronounce the lam clearly. So if we have a verb here, the verb ends with the Laam Saakinah. If the second word starts with all the letters in the Arabic language, except for two letters, lam and ra, then this lam is going to be pronounced clearly. We're going to pronounce this lam clearly. But if this lam, if there's a verb ends with the Laam Saakinah, if the following word starts with the lam or ra, then this lam would merge onto the word that starts with the lam and ra. So two categories, al-idhar and idgham. Now participles likewise. In the Arabic language, there are only two participles that ends with the Laam Saakinah. That's hal and bal. If there's a word hal or bal, it meets another word, and this following word starts with all the letters in the Arabic language, then this hal or bal, the lam in hal, this lam, or the lam in bal, is going to be pronounced clearly, al-idhar. Now if the hal and bal, it meets another word that starts with lam or ra, then this lam in hal or lam in bal would merge onto the word that starts with lam and ra. Now have a look at the board. We're going to do the examples of Laam al-Ta'rif. We're going to find out in more detail what we're talking about. Now let's have a look at the board. So I've written here Laam al-Ta'rif, and we said Laam al-Ta'rif is a Laam Saakinah preceded by an alif. It goes in the beginning of the noun to make the noun definite. So Laam Saakinah inside the noun, but in the beginning of the noun to make that noun definite. Now when the Arabs, they used to do this, 14 of the letters, they used to make al-idhar with the noun. So they used to pronounce the lam clearly. And 14 of the other letters, they used to merge the lam into the letter, and the lam will not be pronounced clearly. So here, these letters, these 14 letters, this type of lam that we make it clear, when we pronounce it's called Laam al-Qamariyah, and these letters are called Huruf al-Qamariyah, the moon letters. And these letters are called Huruf al-Shamsiyah, the sun letters, and this lam is called Laam al-Shamsiyah. So we have here the first of the 14 letters of the of lam, when we make the al-izhar, we make it clear, is hamza. So we have here lam al-sakina here, lam with the sukoon, and then the following letter is an alif. Notice two things. Number one, the lam is going to be written with a sukoon. You're going to see a sukoon at the top, and also we're going to pronounce. So it's going to be written with a sukoon, and it's going to be pronounced. And how are we going to pronounce it? Touch the lam, touch our tongue, edge of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Al-ard. So al-ard, ba will be al-bayt. Al-bayt. Here, house is bayt, but we're going to make it specific. Al-bayt, the house. So lam here is going to be pronounced. So lam here, with this, we're going to see the sukoon here, and we're going to pronounce it. How are we going to pronounce it? Touch the edge of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Al-bayt. Here, jim al-jannah, ha al-hajj. So remember two things. Lam is going to be written with a sukoon and also going to be pronounced. Edge of the tongue will touch the roof of the mouth. Kha al-khawf, ayn al-ayn, ghayn here. Al-ghayb, qaf, fa al-fil, qaf al-qamar, kitab al-kitab, waw al-waswas, ya al-yawm, and mim al-mizan. So two things we've noticed. Lam is going to be written with a sukoon, and it's going to be pronounced. Edge of the tongue will touch the roof of the mouth with these 14 letters. This is how the Arabs used to pronounce lam al-ta'rif when it comes to nouns that begin with these 14 letters. This is the idhar form. Al-idgham just means merging. So the rest of the letters, when the Arabs used to make the lam ta'rif with the nouns to make a specific noun, with this lam al-ta'rif in the beginning of the noun, they used to merge the lam into the letter. So the lam is not going to be pronounced. So alif will skip to the ta. And you notice two things. Number one is that you won't find a sukoon on the lam. You're not going to find a sukoon on the lam, and the following letter will have a shadda, because lam would have merged into the following letter. That's number one. Number two, we're not going to pronounce it. So it's going to be written. We'll write it down, but not with a sukoon, and we're not going to pronounce the lam. So ta here will be at-teen. At-teen, not al-teen. We're not going to pronounce the lam. At-teen. Tha, ath-thamarat. So alif will go straight to the tha and put a shadda on the tha, hold the tha. Ath-thamarat. Dal, ad-deen. Dal, ad-dhawq. We have here ra, ar-room, zay, az-zaytun, sad, as-siyam. So not al-siyam. So all of these, we're not going to pronounce the lam. But lam will be written, not with a sukoon. It will still be written, not with a sukoon. Following it has a shadda, and we're not going to pronounce it. They have dad, ad-duha, ta, at-tur, dha, al-dhulm. Lam here, lam is going to merge with this following lam, al-layl. And we have here noon, al-nur, sin, as-sama, and sheen, ash-shams. So from the 14 letters, lam will have a sukoon, and it's going to be pronounced. Edge of the tongue will touch the roof of the mouth. And the other 14 letters, lam will still be written, but you won't find a sukoon on it, and the following letter will have a shadd, and lam will not be pronounced. So this is lam al-ta'rif. Now let's look at lam al-fi'l and lam al-harf. Now we have on the board lam al-fi'l and lam al-harf. Lam al-fi'l just means lam al-sakina at the end of the verb. We said previously, lam al-ta'rif, lam al-sakina in the noun is in the beginning of the word. Lam al-fi'l at the end of the word. So here, yatawakkal, this is a word. If at the end of the word there's a lam sakina, it's followed by all the letters in the Arabic language, except for two letters, lam and ra. Then we're going to pronounce this lam with al-izhar. This lam is going to be pronounced clearly. So lam al-fi'l, lam at the end of the verb, there's two types, al-izhar and al-idgham. Similar to the lam al-ta'rif. Al-izhar just means to make it clear, to make the lam clear. Lam has to be heard. Al-idgham just means the lam would have joined with the following letter. So two situations. The first situation is end of the word. If it ends with the lam sakina, so we have a verb, ends with the lam sakina. The following word starts with any of the 28 Arabic letters, except for lam and ra. Then we're going to pronounce this lam clearly. So lam here, yatawakkal ala. Yatawakkal, how are we going to pronounce it clearly? The edge of the tongue will touch the roof of the mouth. So yatawakkal ala. Here, qul قل إن صلاتي يفعل ذلك يفعل ذلك يفعل ذلك. So notice that the lam sakina will have the sukun on it and it's going to be pronounced. Now here, when there's a verb, the verb ends with the lam sakina and the following letter starts with lam or ra, then this lam is going to join, is going to merge onto that letter. The lam sakina, you're not going to find a sukun, and the following letter will have a shadda. So here, instead of saying قل ربي, we're going to merge the lam into the ra. So قل ربي, قل ربي, not قل ربي, قل ربي. Here, يجعل له will be, this lam would merge onto the second lam. So يجعل له, and not يجعل له, but يجعل له. فلا تقل لهما is فلا تقل لهما. So this lam, you're going to notice that you're not going to find the sukun sign here, and the following letter starts with a shadda. But this lam, you're going to notice there's a sukun here, and we're going to pronounce it. So two situations, al-idhar and idgham. Idhar just means to make the lam clear. Al-idgham just means to merge the lam onto the following letter. Now participles, similar rule. There's al-idhar and idgham. And the participles, when it ends with the lam sakina, we're going to make it clear. If it ends with the lam sakina and follows, in the participles, it's two situations which is similar to this, to the lam al-fi'l, al-idhar and al-idgham. Al-idhar just means to make the lam clear. Al-idgham just means merge the lam. So how do we understand this? The participles in the Arabic language that ends with lam al-sakina are only two, hal and bal. These are the only participles that end with lam al-sakina. So whenever you see hal or bal and the following letter is any of the 28 letters in the Arabic language, then we're going to make this lam clear. Lam will have a sukun at the top, and the letter would not have a shadda, of course. So we're going to make it clear. So hal ataka, hal ataka, hal ataka. Edge of the tongue. Hal ataka, bal kana. Now, if hal or bal, it meets a letter. If the following letter after hal or bal is ra or lam, then the lam in the hal or lam in the bal would merge onto the following letter. You'll notice that you're not going to see a sukun sign at the top of the letter, and also the following letter would have a shadda. So here, hal lakum will be hal lakum, hal lakum. Lam would have merged to the second lam. Here, bal rafa'ahu Allah will be bar rafa'ahu Allah, bar rafa'ahu Allah. This will be applied with, these rules will be applied in the whole of the Quran, except for one place in the Quran. There's an exception. In Surah Al-Mutaffifin, it's been transmitted from the Prophet ﷺ in our mode of recitation, Al-Shatibiyah, that bal rana, the Prophet ﷺ, he did not merge them in our type of mode of recitation, because there are different modes and he did do that, but you can do that. But here, it's been transmitted that the Prophet ﷺ did the sect. You notice in the Quran a little scene at the top between the two words. This just means you are going to stop. This pause is going to be less than a normal stop, how we take a pause and we take a new breath. We're going to take a short pause, short stop, with the same breath carry on. So, bal rana, bal rana, bal rana, that's it. So today we did the lam ahkam wal lam al-sakina, the rules of lam al-sakina. We found out that lam can come in nouns, and from the 14 letters, lam is pronounced. And the other 14 letters, lam is not pronounced. It can come in verbs. This is at the end of the verb. Lam sakin, if it comes at the end of the verb, with all the following words, starts with all the other letters of the Arabic language, all the letters in the Arabic language, pronounce the lam, except for lam and ra. And participles, at the end of the participle with the lam sakina, if all the letters in the Arabic language follow it, then we're going to pronounce the lam. If after participles, the next word starts with lam or ra, then we're going to merge them. So today we did the lam ahkam wa lam sakina. Inshallah, in the next lesson we're going to start the mudud, the mad, the stretching of the letters with different types, and how to find out what stretching is and its meanings, the different types and so on. Until then, jazakumullahu khairan, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.